we'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am being quiet because Kagan and I are in the hallway and we have a great shot of Diesel. If I can take this shot without him being too stressed. He's already trying to get back to his own enclosure. That is Diesel, my large wild-caught black dragon. Hopefully we can zoom in on him during editing. He is way more robust than Forrest. He is a very handsome boy, and this video is actually about him and Sunny, who we got from Caleb McClellan. Now, Diesel hasn't produced any babies since we had his wild-caught female. Now let's see if he comes and slinks down. He's going to hopefully walk straight into his enclosure. Missing the tip of his tongue too.
He is. We knew that.
He's walking calmly to his hide box. So the purpose of this video is we've had the door open for him and Sunny. And as I was saying, Sunny we got from Caleb McClellan. We've tried this pairing before. She is a het black dragon, and she is Lily's sister from the very same clutch. She is a totally different personality, and she's a much smaller lizard, but she is definitely full of eggs and starting to exploratory dig in the enclosure. You can see at the base of that clusia, all around the base of his hide box, some on the perimeter of the enclosure, and I'm sure in a couple spots in hers. So what we need to do is build her a laybox. And we've done this in past videos just recently, so I won't bore you with the extreme details of getting the laybox, but we haven't had any black dragon babies or any regular water monitor babies in quite a long time. I was laughing to a friend. We have a couple of eggs in the incubator that are Partho eggs from clutches that I dug up from non-pairings, females that weren't with males, and I never labeled them because it wasn't all that important because I knew they were unfertilized. But now we're a couple months in and the eggs are still holding out. So we have a couple surprise babies that will be popping out in the future. So that should be very exciting. Kagan seems to think that one egg is from the female sulfur.
Yep, from her. Oh, she's out, actually.
Oh, is she really? Oh, and she is. And that is the female that we had intended on pairing with Alexander. She is really pretty, and she's a nice size. She is still thin from laying eggs. You can see on her hips. We need to go look at Alexander next, because this goofball dug himself a hole in the back. It's full of water from all the rain, and he's, oh no, he's crawling out of it. Shoot.
Alexander, did you make yourself a swimming pool back there, buddy? Oh, he is going through a nice shed right now. Look at that. Look how bright you are under there. Yeah. Look at that handsome guy. Oh, leaning into the scratches. It's a nice chunk. Wow. So bright, Alexander.
So Kagan was in there with Alexander, and I snuck around just to check on the other animals, and we have Frosty and Pebbles mating as we speak. I'm gonna try and sneak in quietly and get a shot. She was very swollen the other day, and I actually said to Kagan that she may be gravid, but that was actually her cycling. She was very, very swollen. So, very cool. We would love to have baby white throats. So, it's, I think, 2 days later right now, and I believe Sunny and Diesel are in the hide box together. I just watched her walk in there, and she's doing more exploratory digging and deeper. See that little hole in the corner? So she's definitely ready to find an optimal place to dig. So what I'm gonna do is, since I have them both in the same enclosure right now, I'm gonna go ahead and close the door. Then I can work freely in the other enclosure. Usually that, well, I'll get it latched as soon as I put the camera down, and we'll get to work. Well, in typical me fashion, I decided to do 2 at the same time. It's just easier to, when you're cutting certain lengths for one, it's easy enough to just do it twice and build 2 boxes. So this will be Sunny's enclosure. That's the rough frame. I need to get the plywood on the back side. And at the end of the row, for when we get Bumblebee back, Ivy will be transferred into this enclosure. So we're getting the one done for her as well. So now I need to measure for that plywood, get that plywood on, and then I can start doing the slats across the front.
Over here in Miss Ivy's enclosure, and she is just so curious as to what Jerry is doing in the enclosure next to us. So she was given to Jerry by Ed Waldrop, and she's just such a good girl. Yeah, you are. I'm just a tree. This is fine. This is fine. I'm just a tree. Here you go, babies. What's going on in the enclosure next door, huh? What's going on over there? Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Ivies. You're such a good girl. Where you going? Where you going? You're so silly. You're such a silly girl. I'm just climbing. Oh my God. Big man Forrest is also out on his log. Hey, Bobby. How you doing, handsome guy? You could have stayed there. Oh, gotta investigate the shoes. Gotta investigate the shoes. There we go. What a handsome man. What a handsome boy. Oh, there's Lily. There's Lily. What are you doing, Forrest? Lily, you gotta be nicer to him. You gotta be nicer to him, Lily.
So the plywood sides are done, and now we're starting to do the front boards. The next one up is going to have a small cutout in it, and then the next two are it's a short board and a medium board, creating the opening, and then we'll start cutting the lid boards. Okay, we have a little buried log right there, some dirt around it so they can more easily crawl into their box. There's the box full of dirt. Heat mat is in there. I'm gonna plug it in and make sure she's working. Then Kagan has already cut some of the roof pieces that I will mock up. I know there's always one smaller ripped board, so I'll have to measure for that. And then I've got to tie them on to a 2x2 so it becomes a solid lid. So while I'm doing that, Kagan is at the back dirt pile. I cannot wait till this dirty dirt pile, this black Okeechobee mud dirt pile is gone and we can get some clean fill. So we have to fill this one. We still need the piece of wood cut for there, and then obviously build its lid. And you guys can see the male Vivittatus up there on the screen. Like I said, he's a little over 4.5 now. He's looking really good. And there's Kagan digging. That pile is going to be gone very soon. I'm going to get to it. I shouldn't be standing and jibber jabbering while she's digging. Right, now we have the lid mocked up in ivies and a mosquito.
Ants.
Oh, ants. Yeah, there were, because it's been raining so much, that pile of dirt has been loaded with ants because they're walking to the high ground. And so she was digging in ants. So this other lid was set up just like that one, and how I attach them, I pre-drill my holes, and then I will hold this up underneath there without holding a camera and suck it up onto that, and I'll do the same on the other side, and then I can put the end boards on, pre-drill them, and screw them on. So that's just how I do it. It's how I've found it to be easier. It's easier now to see where this is, to know it doesn't interfere with that wire, that it's spaced evenly from this side, spaced evenly from the front. That's all the support I have for my lid. It's just a 2x2 on each side, and the screws stop it all from walking and keep it straight. And these are just junky scrap fence boards from somebody who took apart their fence to put new lumber on, and we've used it for all of the lay boxes, for the stuff on the chickens, for that for our fence. We've used someone else's garbage fence boards for our fence. It's good lumber. Maybe it wasn't in the same lengths that they wanted. They wanted full 16s, and maybe towards the end it started cracking, and I can use 8-foot sections. So it all works out great. And that stuff's expensive. Corral boards used to be $6 and change for a 16-footer, and now they're like $16, $18 a board. It's crazy, like 3 times the price. All right, I'm gonna get these lids done, and then we'll open up the door, and hopefully we'll get another shot of Sunny and Diesel. Still learning my own names. All right, we're starting to get late in the day. We are soaking wet and tired, but the enclosure, right Evie, is done. Where Ivy is going to be moved into. The lay box is ready, but not plugged in. I think everything's good here. This will just need another bucket of dirt to be leveled underneath her water for her. And then if we go down the hallway, I mean, the whole reason for this video is getting this for Sunny, and Sunny's lay box is done, full. She's definitely been looking, and the heat mat is not on. I've got it plugged in. I just changed the router at the house, and the Wi-Fi outlets out here need the new password, so I've got to do that once I go inside. But I can reopen this door, and let's see what they look like piled up in that hide box. Thank you for closing the door, Hagen. I was going to open the door between enclosures with the door wide open. Not very smart.
Why you got me, darling?
Okay. Your door is open. Wow, they are hidden back there, the 2 of them. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Usually once the GoPro goes in so far, I can see it adjust. But Diesel is so dark, you can't even see him. We know he's in there though. It's amazing that that much lizard could hide at the back of the box. But this is awesome. We get some baby black dragons again, some het black dragons. Would be very cool to get some good eggs from this pairing. It really would. We tried once before with them and ended up getting bad eggs, but she was on the smaller side. She's a little bit better in size now. Not quite Lily's size. Again, this is Lily's sister. Massive difference in personality and size between the 2 of these lizards. But, and she is from Caleb McClellan, who gave us Sunny. So we really appreciate that, Caleb. And we're supposed to see him soon. He's supposed to pick up the white throats, the young white throats that we've been raising up, because he's been caring for the Arguses way too long for us. So I'm excited to get the Arguses back. Just need to build like 5 more cages, that's all. That's all. All right, guys. I think that's all for this one. Until next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you soon.